Loop 410 here in the beautiful city of San Antonio, Texas. So ladies and gentlemen, for session number 111, please welcome the band, United, and Judy Blue as well.
Hello, Dave.
Judy Blue's in the house too. Slowly but surely, we're going to get around to everybody. But Paul Candera, the singer, the songwriter, the all-around musician, he's sitting right next to me. And how's your world, man? How's your world?
Real good, Ed. What can I say?
We're so happy. You're getting paid. You're getting paid, so you feel okay. You're doing all right?
Well, right before the cameras came on, we mentioned about if you get the French fries, the ketchup's free. So you know what was on my mind right before the cameras came on? My mind was on the food.
I kind of enjoyed that joke.
Yeah, we're always hungry.
Marco Villarreal, the bassist and the engineer of this band over here, is a longtime friend and a booking agent for the band. Marco, how you doing, man? You got a gig for me, man?
Well, besides tonight, we will be at a little place over on the west side of town called Just Wing It, Saturday night from 8 to 11.
Just Wing It?
Yeah, Just Wing It. Yeah, whatever. Hey, don't fly off. Oh, okay. Oh, these guys are starting to think New Braunfels in the chicken dance or something.
And then Mr. Urban Urbano, my drummer friend, percussionist, and he's the real reason that the movie Urban Cowboy was really made. It was all about him.
Painful, man.
Urban, yeah, baby.
Well, he won't tell you any stories, I don't think, tonight, man.
Oh, I have a funny feeling he's going to come out.
Yeah.
He's going to come out this evening.
He's going to tell some stories, I know that.
So how's it going? How's it going for you tonight, Urban?
I'd have to keep it clean.
Oh, no, by no means. Don't do
This is an
that.
adult show as far as I know.
Don't really mess this show up. Really bad.
We don't have to worry about the 7 words you can't say on television, right? So,
Speaking of 7 words, is the picture still here? That's only 4. So only 7 words. Okay, well anyway. Gal pal for the evening is Miss Judy Blue. Judy Blue. Every show has got a gal pal on this show. My co-host is Paul Candera. But Judy's been singing the blues for so many years, and we're glad to have her along with us. We jammed last week. I didn't get an opportunity to play with you, but the guys did. How are you this evening, honey?
I'm doing just fine.
All right. You good to be on the show? You like it?
I suppose.
You suppose? You wait till you see it.
No, these guys are always great.
Yeah, they are. That's the benefit of always coming out and seeing a United show. They're always together. I wonder if you had named the band Together rather than United. That sucks.
it doesn't seem to have the same appeal as the
Doesn't seem to have the same ring. Paul, where are you from originally, man? Originally.
Bishops, Stortsford, England. About 35 miles north of London.
And just a hoop and a holler around from John London's house.
Yeah. Just right the other side of the pond,
You know, buddies.
They have lots of ponds.
So you were the British invasion, basically. Well, you are now.
Yeah. I think when I got here, it was before the British invasion.
It was because...
To be honest, Ed, I don't want to sound, but I think the Fab Four followed me. See what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, see what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's true, man. The Beatles followed you from the Teen Canteen. We did grow up together at the Teen Canteen, didn't we? Shout out to all the guys.
That's right, exactly.
And who else was out there? Bill Denham. And you asked what? If his jeans were real?
I asked if the jeans were 100% denim.
Well, that's
All cotton, yes.
Yeah, he weighed like, yep, 100% denim. Bottom of Walmart.
And so how long would you say that United has been together? Because if you count all those years...
Urban, 46 years? Yes.
Yeah, we started back in the 60s, late 60s.
Yeah.
Late 60s.
Yep.
That sounds about
We played
right.
together for a long time.
We can give you stories.
Well, I'm going to get them out of you one way or the other. So what's the one thing that you've learned about the music business that you wish you hadn't learned? Like for me,
I still haven't learned it.
for me,
I mean,
it's
so,
easy.
yeah, because I mean, we're still doing it, so we haven't learned any bad lessons.
Loading and unloading, man, that's the only part. Loading and unloading on a heavy duty night. And I mean in a good
Oh, you're talking about in the rain, in the cold.
Yeah, in the freezing weather.
Yeah, you're right, Ed, you're right. We try to put, thanks, Ed, we try to put that out of our mind, you know?
See what it says right here? I answer my own questions on this.
Is that thing really on?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I thought we were just practicing. Oh, it's really on. Let me set it straight. How y'all doing that?
Yeah, no slouching, man.
It's like you go on YouTube, and if I can force it on Ustream this way, I'll do it. I don't know how in the world I will, but. So who's your biggest influence other than the Beatles and with your background and all, coming from England and all that? Who's your biggest influence? Because prior to that, there were no Beatles, so.
Okay. I was about,
Who were you listening to?
well, I was about, I'm gonna tell you, I heard other songs, but the song that all of a sudden made me kind of open my eyes and my ears. I was about 4 years old, and I'm driving in the car with my dad, and I hear this drum roll. In the bloodhound dog. That was the first song. It's like they kind of jumped out of the speakers. It was Elvis.
1957.
1957 jumped out of the speakers, you know.
Yeah, that was Elvis, and that was Hound Dog. Hound Dog was #1 hit in 1957.
That was pretty powerful for back then, you know.
Wow, that's incredible. So that turned you on. Elvis turned you on.
It wasn't that it turned me on, but I just kind of noticed, hey, that's different than all the other songs that were on the radio were more monotone, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, straight up in your face. Yeah. Right. And so, how many CD projects or songs would you like to promote this evening? You know, what's been your working status? Do you have any outside of United, or is it strictly United presently?
It's pretty much mostly United, but the three of us, we go and back up Augie's first cousin, Kevin Costa. Kevin had a big project right here. Kevin Costa and Friends, and I think Urban Marco played on about 14 of those songs, and I played on about 10 or 12 of them. And they brought in Mark Stewart. They brought in we call him Dr. Dan Martins. Johnny Cockrell came in. Mark Webber came in.
Cool.
This is his stage name, Sylvester Strange. That's actually his stage name. We know his real name
As
Carlos with a K.
Carlos with a K
Yes.
and a Z.
And then
Carlos and a Z.
Georgia Walker came in, sang
I've never
about.
heard of the guy. Carlos and a Z. Never heard of him. But I mean, how about United CDs? You got something out?
We have an older one that's sort of.
Greatest
We're going to
hits.
do a couple of the songs tonight for you.
Yeah, cool. Hopefully we're going to be able to record them. You know, if the feed goes as bad as it was, if the feed goes as bad as it was, you know, it's actually raining in here, and it's not raining outside. They have fans in here. They're collecting rain. I think that's kind of funny. I just had to mention that. And it was Bill Denham that, you know, brought that to my attention. So, okay, please welcome Marco Villarreal. He's the bass player, the guy in the other red shirt.
I was going like, what the hell is this?
They're like twins, and they can't do
Well, we are in the rhythm section.
There.
Doesn't count for anything.
You're the player and the engineer for the band, and for how many years now? I mean, you're the newcomer though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm the newcomer with the guys. I met Paul Urban back in the mid-70s.
Feel free to correct him. Feel free to correct
Back
him.
in about 1974, 75 is when I met these guys. And,
Oh, that's a long time.
and then, but those days I was going to the gigs and helping with equipment. And,
Still are.
well, yeah, I still run equipment, you know, but it's kind of funny because the guys through the years were going through bass players, and just one day I said, you know, hell, I could do that. So I bought a bass and started learning how to play. And I get to play with these guys now. So that's a pretty good thing for me because I've always liked what United has done, and I get to work with a couple of great musicians.
So you were a fan first.
Fan first, and now part of the thing, yeah.
Cool, man. I
And,
never knew that.
yeah.
New blood is not so new.
Yeah, not many people, I don't think anybody really knows that. I mean, they just.
1975, man, that's a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So after all that time, you spent a lot of time, obviously, with Urban and
Well,
Paul.
I actually started playing with the guys like around 85, and then for about 5 or 6 years until I got really sick, and I had to lay off for a while, but then once I got my health back, we started doing it again, so.
Sure. And out of the two, who do you like better?
Which two?
The two, the guys that are sitting.
The one on your right or the one on your left?
Oh, what do you mean, I have to make a choice?
Well, I'm saying,
Okay, then I'm gonna speak strictly on a professional level.
Yeah, that's right
It
over
has to be
there.
with Urban, because me and him gotta be tight, so.
You're what now?
We gotta be tight, me and Urban.
So he's picking Urban over me. Wow.
Yeah,
So hey, I'm picking you over both of you guys. You're not gonna be where you got a paper in the
Paul,
mouth.
yeah, see, Paul's the sweet thing, he's the icing on the cake. So
Oh,
we're the cake, he's the icing, see?
Red shirts too.
it's like, Urban, he looks more like the walrus.
I think he looks more like Doug
He's not like,
Henning.
he's not like Paul, but
Ed, I'm starting to notice things, like
Really?
Marco likes Urban more, he likes me, and they dress the same, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know about all this liberation stuff, but, you know.
funny things have crossed paths throughout the years.
Damn, I knew I should have changed shirts.
Yeah, man, and why didn't you?
We started running out of time.
Yeah, you should have picked me.
Hey, how many bands have you fathered, Marco, excuse me?
Well, I had my own band for about 15 years, and then I played with, I played in other bands through my career, so, and I've been able to, had the good fortune to be able to play with some very good musicians, so,
Well, you're always about business, that's for sure. Every time I call you, you're headed out to another gig.
I don't have a day job, so,
What's your motivation here? Is that it?
my love of music is my motivation.
Okay, not money. Not money.
Motivation.
If I wanted money, I would be working in an engineer architectural office or some kind of legitimate real job.
No, his
And I would have gotten my degree in accounting, I would have finished it.
But his motivation is Urban.
But I do music for the love of music. I mean, you gotta do what you love, because, if you don't have passion in what you do, it's like, you're just
It's like
You're just
pissing
trying
in
to
the
sentence.
wind. It's like pissing in the wind.
Exactly.
I'll say it.
And I would rather, okay.
I'll say it for you.
Yeah, why, you can make a lot of money and you're not be happy with what you're doing. I would rather be happy, even if I don't make a lot of money. A lot less stress. I don't like ulcers and stuff like that, or that kind of crap,
Yeah, I hate doctors. If you don't like those, I hate doctors.
Plus, I like being my own boss,
And speaking
Because,
of-
working in the real world, you gotta really put up with a lot of jerks sometimes.
Speaking of jerks,
And unfortunately, you just can't throttle them properly when the occasion arises, because then it costs more than the job is worth, so.
absolutely. It's kind of like doctors working on brain surgery when it just doesn't work. Which leads me to my drummer friend. The hardest working drummer in the city of
Part-time
San
surgeon, yes.
He's Mr. Urban Urbano. Hey, man, tell me what's up, huh?
What's happening, Ed?
Hey, man, where are you originally from?
Well, moved over here from England in '61.
You lie.
His dad was in the Air Force.
Okay.
And,
Were you born in England?
no, I was born in Roswell, New Mexico.
You're an alien.
That explains that.
He's an alien from the West.
Yeah,
The
okay.
far West.
She was born in a weather balloon. That's the original story.
That's the story.
I was like born in the deep West, like ankle deep West. But me mom turns some more, man, it didn't get it in
heard
the
about
West.
that.
Yeah, those boats are flying. So Roswell, and you made your way down to San Antonio. No pun intended.
Yeah, made it east to San Antonio.
And how long you been playing the trap set, Urban? I know you and I know, but from one drummer to another, and all those guys that want to be like you.
No, I don't want to be like me. I don't want to do that. But I'll tell you this, what inspired me and probably millions, if not thousands of drummers was Ringo Starr.
Oh, really?
I watched him
Ringo.
on Ed Sullivan and said, hey, I'd like to do that.
Oh yeah. When he shook his head, and he had he had a swagger behind it.
Yeah.
The stool.
Only Ringo.
Yeah, only Ringo.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind the stool. That didn't even sound right. Almost made Paul choke. Now we're really getting into the walrus gig. But what's your favorite kit to play? And for you guys that don't know what a kit is, it's a drum set. And I dig your Rogers. You have a Rogers Stickman set that you made.
Yes.
And it comes along with a stage.
Yes, it does.
That's pretty hairy, man.
And
I know because I played that bad boy. So tell me about Stickman drum set.
well, that's a Rogers set from 1972.
Yeah, baby.
They got that sound, Rogers sound, you know. But the kit behind me is my Ludwig kit, and they're 44 years old this year.
Wow.
I got them from Lucio.
You should have a birthday party for him.
Yeah, I think I will in December.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue, any good reason. And you know, we spoke last week after we played. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
I
interrupt.
just said food.
Oh, food, okay, yeah. So, but we spoke last week about you doing a really great gig last week with a set of guys, but you opened up for Los Lonely Boys. Is that not correct?
Yeah, before we go there, I can tell you about these Ludwigs.
Okay, yeah,
They're like
thanks, Brian.
thunder.
I know, I was
These
interrupting.
drums are just like thunder.
Yeah,
So that's all I can say about those Ludwigs.
Thunder. Oh yeah, they are. Because I played them last week, and they sounded like thunder.
Now, Los Lonely Boy gig, that was out in Castroville on the 4th of July, and there were some other bands on the card, and
But they didn't matter.
no, Los Lonely Boys kicked butt.
The other two guys.
And you know, they showed up in that big old bus, you know.
I know, man. They showed up in a big old bus.
Yeah, and that was cool.
Yeah, that
The
was
whole
cool.
gig was cool, and the food was free.
Wow, the food was free.
Yeah,
I hope they paid you.
yes, and that they did. Got paid for the gig, free food, good bands, you know,
It's all good.
and the stage faced the east, so we weren't facing into the sun.
So did you get a chance to meet Los Lonely Boys?
No, I had to take off. I had people in from Las Vegas.
Oh, you had more important things to do, is what you're
They
saying.
weren't important, but I tell you what, if I wasn't there,
Go ahead, let him have it.
Yeah, that was his bookie. His bookie was in from Vegas. You were like, I'm gonna break your legs, you don't come up with that fight grinning.
Yeah, man.
can we do that in Texas? Can we do that? Have a booking? Yes, I can't say that. Can I?
How did he find out about your booking?
You know,
They call it
everything.
secretariat, you know?
I get 10% like kind of like a bounty on her.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll give me 10% when I say, yeah, I know where he is. He's out in Castroville.
That's right.
So basically, Urban,
Yeah,
you made Los Lonely Boys feel lonelier.
Yeah, I don't know. They did really well
Oh,
themselves.
they never met you,
They had a,
so they were lonelier. They left lonelier.
Because
That's the
they
Lonely
got-
Boys.
I tell you, it was a really great turnout, though.
Great turnout.
Hundreds of people, you know.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I know where you're coming from, Los Lonely Boys.
Los.
Yes, missed an opportunity.
Yeah, I would say so.
You know,
Yeah, and I warned you, it's a loose comedy. So I'll try this opportunity, man. I know, that's not cool.
And
No,
they haven't
man.
met Urban, but they've heard of him.
No.
Well, I'm sure.
Well, they did that day, yes.
So what other projects do you have? Because you played that gig with another band. Mention them because they're our friends. You forgot
S.A.
who
Blue
they are.
Cats.
S.A. Blue Cats.
The S.A. Blue Cats.
And West Side Homes. Are involved. Is that correct?
No, the S.A. Blue Cats, they were there opening up for Los Lonely Boys.
Did they open up all the way?
Yes, I was going to say. But, you know, I don't think I can mention that, can I? Can you say that?
No, man, you can say that, that's not.
Talk about a blonde and a chicken?
We didn't go all the way.
Oh, I feel a joke.
why did you across the road, Urban?
No, it's not quite that kind of joke.
Uh-oh.
Can I say this joke?
Sure.
No, can't say it.
She says no, so I'm gonna take her.
Man, I might squeeze it in later.
So,
Are these trick questions?
yeah, these are kind of trick questions, but
Okay.
you have just been inducted into the Texas Institute of Texas Cultures, along with a little known band like Crystal Winter and who are the other bands? They don't matter. They don't matter. Billy Gibbons, Christopher Cross. We were in that graduating class. You didn't know that? Really? Well, from Illinois. talents. We have a lot of talent here.
A long time ago,
Billy
when
Gibbons
Christopher
was there.
Cross was Chris Gibbard.
Chris Gibbard.
Paul and I went over and jammed with him. Did we go over there? Yeah, we went to his house.
Oh,
And
cool.
we were just jamming. I think Kurt Otto was there.
Are you kidding me? Kurt was there?
Kurt, man, yeah.
Did he ruin the party?
No, man, it was...
He was the party.
It was an experience.
I love you, man. Where have you been all my life? Since about last month or so. Yeah, we did a gig over at Crazy Cats. We did a jazz gig. It really turned out well. Yeah, the music store. That's what San Antonio Musicians Talk Show Network does. We travel around and we pick up from a little bit of everybody here and there. Which, you know, speaking of pickup, next in line is Miss Judy Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our gal pal for this evening's show, Miss Judy. Yes, thanks a lot for those applause, guys. Please, no bum rushing the stage.
I didn't bring my family.
I think you should have. Hey, obviously you love to sing, you know, because I saw you last week and you just belted out like crazy. But tell me a bit about your career.
Well, I'm born and raised in California girl. My father's from Texas, so most of my career has been in California. But about 5 years ago, I started being immersed into the San Antonio music scene and meeting San Antonio royalty. That I couldn't believe how many wonderful, iconic musicians live here and perform here. And I've been very fortunate to, well, yes, Paul Urban's brother Jay, his daughter coming up now, Lautis. The Gatovay family that was there.
Okay, the daughter, she's coming up.
There's just a plethora of talent here that's absolutely wonderful to perform with.
That's long word terminology. We try to stick to short words, please.
A whole lot.
Short words only.
Well, speaking of words, don't you have an announcement to make?
Yeah, I do. Come to think of it.
Are you having a baby?
But I'm not going to say it just yet. I'm not having a baby. Are we having my baby?
I'll tell you about my cousin Blair.
What?
I'll tell you about
Forget it.
my cousin Blair.
Oh, that cousin?
My cousin Blair from Buffalo. No, I can't mention that.
He wants to know, Paul wants to know.
He's gonna be disappointed.
How long have you known these guys?
I want to hear it, Paul.
He's probably just looking at the Ustream
Yeah.
page and going like, what the
This is
hell?
Judy's segment, guys.
I've known him long enough to know that
Stay away.
what happens on stage stays on stage.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. What happens on stage
first
stays on
musician's rule.
stage.
First musician's rule.
Okay, so like the broken string, that's like the G string.
And what I always like
the
to say-
G string breaks, just let it break. Let it go.
Like I always like to say, Ed, you know, when you got the French fries, comes with the ketchup.
You're gonna do that
And
again.
Paul likes the freebie.
And so your husband is actually the rhythm section in your band.
Yes, Roger Obregon, he's been playing here for over 40 years in this area.
And there's a reason why your name is Judy Blue and his name is Obregon.
Because my name has been Blue since Bobby Blue Bland came into my life at the age of 14.
Okay, and I knew there was a story behind that, so we had to talk about that, yeah, no doubt. And so, you know, that's very convenient that the rhythm section, you're married to him, keeps things flowing, I would assume, in your married life. And you are married, right?
Oh, yes.
You just play
Oh, yes.
pretend? Is this play pretend?
No. We're married.
I had a funny feeling.
We're married and people have been
She's
to
serious.
everybody's been to our house.
Really? I haven't. See, there's two of us.
You have been invited.
Oh, well, thanks.
Thank you.
Now you tell us. Well, what's this?
Urban was, we have jam sessions at home in our music room 3 or 4 times a year. And the last time we did it for our first anniversary, and
Yours and Urban's?
mine and Roger's. And we had some wonderful drummers. Urban Urbano was there. Gene Godley, T-Bone Bland, Roland Martinez, some heavyweight good drummers. Plus about 35 or 40 other musicians. We had a really good jam.
That's solid. So chemistry, passion, and sense of humor regarding entertaining would be the one thing that you think is probably going to be the one constant between all these guys, right? Because that's really what they do. They get along. They not only they're buddies and they're great musicians, but they get along.
It's a fellowship that you don't understand if you're not involved in it. Like the military groups, the musicians you can go to any town and look up, if you say, hey, where's a good blues club or whatever, you go. I have a friend, here's a perfect example. I have a friend, Dr. G, that's a keyboardist here in town. And he told me he was going to Las Vegas. I said, I can hook you up. Are you staying over on Monday? He said, yes. I said, I know.
What did you hook him up to?
Well, this monster guitarist who lives there told me on Monday nights when it's dark, all the musicians go to one club and play together what they like to play. So I sent him there. And there's, anywhere you go in this country, there's things like that. You just have to know. And once you know musicians that move around, that's what happens. You just know people.
Yeah, just know people. Like us. Knowing each other. Well, now is a good time to introduce most memorable silly moments. This has been a hit for the show. So we're going to start from Judy's side on back over this way. But before we do, I'd like to take the opportunity to make a quick announcement and introduce somebody that's joining our crew. The talk show is going to be a corporation, and we're going to have our first concert series November the 2nd from the Kaler Pavilion at Brackenridge Park. So we're in need of your kind donations, as they are kindly appreciated and tax deductible. Also, please welcome our latest addition to the crew. Miss Mary Loper is in the audience this evening. Yeah, baby, Miss Larry.
All right,
Larry Loper. How does your garden grow? Why don't you ask her?
Hey, yeah, we're working on the garage.
Say it to the mic.
I'm afraid of the microphone, man. You know that. Yeah. I like to sort of BS,
but her name is Mary Loper.
Scared of the microphone. I should have been wearing
I don't want to make fun of her name, but she's our new accountant, so she's going to be held accountable for everything that I have to do.
Oh, she gets to crack the whip, okay?
I don't think so, but I think she gets to just, toy with the numbers. Yeah, so we're going to donate a lot of money and keep some for ourselves. Save the rest. So we'll get started with Judy. What's your most silliest moment ever that you can maybe recall at a gig or on the way to one? Anything come to mind at present?
Well, there's a lot of strange gigs that you can do, and this is one I'll tell on Urban's brother Jay. I was not playing. I just went to the gig. He was playing a little trio with DK on bass and T-Bone on drums. And it was at the place that used to be Casbear's that had been closed, and it reopened for a short time. So these guys, I've played some strange places. These guys are up on stage, and all the belly dancers surged onto the stage. Now they're playing rock and roll and blues, and the belly dancers are doing their thing with their castanets and their veils and everything. Right on stage with the guys. It was really cool. I took pictures of it because I thought,
I would.
It was a defining moment, I believe.
A defining moment.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds fabulous. Urban, what is your most memorable silly moment, man? Do you have one? I know you got plenty.
Man, I got as Joe Esses would say, I got a buttload of stories.
But first,
It's a buttload of stories about Joe Estes,
But you can't say them.
and the infamous Joe Estes. But, you know, when you,
Good shout out.
there's just so many stories, to pick one, they're all nuts, and they're all crazy, and they're all...
And we're all sitting up here.
I think of one. How about Paul? How about the time we were